Tobias
Dressler from Germany, replacing George Oyobode, who unfortunately broke his collarbone in an unfortunate skiing alpine accident.
And the other non-returning blue is
first year
Freddie.
Oh no, there are two non-returning blues actually.
Freddie Foster.
Freddie Foster, who was at Durham, who is now doing a Masters at Oxford and playing some time for Oxford Hawks and Bucks games for Oxford. We also have a fresher in the team, who is Henry Patterson,
also known as Kev, I'm told. Not quite sure where they get that from.
Gilmore picks up the ball on the 23. Characteristic turn there. Two Oxford players around him, but he still gets into the D.
Well marshalled by Thomas Clawton.
Great tackle there by Clawton. Hughes wearing his Rambo-style headband, which he insists on wearing.
For me, there's no place for that in the game.
Sean Gilmore, the
horrible
captain.
Headband.
McNabb forces one through into the D. It's a good trap.
Oh, well out from Francis.
Across. And that's a 16.
Cambridge have had the early chances.
Francis on the ball. Good ball. Clawton. Right back's not there, but he's just made it. Kavanagh. Unfortunate. He's just made a run from the other side of the pitch. McNabb looking up. There's nothing on. Nothing for him. Hounded by Sheila.
Cope State chasing after it now, the Oxford captain. Running
Gilmore.
very, very fast. Gets that from his bog snorkeling days, I'm told. Very fit. For those of you that aren't aware, he is a previous junior world champion at bog snorkeling. So a man of many talents.
Kavanagh's really doing a shift here, running from one side of the pitch to the other. Will Clawton try and find him again? Looks up. Yes, he does. Can he trap it? Yes, he does.
Into the middle to Arthur.
Hughes, that's fantastic work. Great retention. He's looking up. There's nothing on.
Some
Gilmore's
John Shaw
really
shoulders in there from Hughes.
Kavanagh. Oh, and Kavanagh's made a big lead forward as Foster picks up the ball. Tries to find Cope State, but he can't. Well picked up by Gilmore. Francis. Cambridge had the ball in the Oxford 23. They're doing well. That's a nice
well
lift.
Well cut out by Nick Leach.
Ex-president of Oxford University Hockey Club.
Sporting a nice beard this year. Conor McGowan to Nick Leach. Into the centre.
Freddie Foster. Nice turn. He's trying to be the metronome of this team.
Out to Kavanagh. He can only improve from the start he's made. Good into Hughes.
Lovely little lift there. And McGowan full of tricks. Great ball into Sheila, who can only pick the ball in his reverse. It's great, and he's driving reverse, which is strong for him. But he can't quite bring it into the D. Cambridge tidy up. That's a foot. Gilmore in the middle. Sorry, not Gilmore.
Looks like the Oxford boys, just like the girls earlier, are employing the 4-3-3 formation.
Good tackle by Leach again.
Excellent shave tackle to nick that off the Cambridge player there, but straight out of play for a Cambridge sideline with Kieran Gilmore, former Blues captain. Had some time away from the university side last year, playing for Cambridge City instead, but he is back in full force today.
He really is. While we have a small period of Cambridge dominance here, into the 23. Foster puts in a good tackle there and he's fouled. Foster stands over the ball. Will he be forced off it? No, he doesn't. He passes it to Francis. Dave, what do you remember about this day? What do you remember, Dave?
Oh, lots of memories, some good, some bad. In my final year, Oxford won after a 9-year streak of losing, so that was brilliant.
On shuffles, I believe.
On shuffles. A stark contrast to my first year where we lost on shuffles. Will we see shuffles here today? I don't know.
Who knows?
But it's a cagey affair. The men's varsity match has been for a number of years now. Not many goals in it.
Great tracking there by Ryan Kavanagh. He really does put in a good
Excellent turn
shift.
And well out by Nick Leach, using his knowledge of angles there brilliantly from his physics degree.
Hughes in the midfield to McGowan. I think we might see a lot of them. Oh, and that's a horrible tackle. As the crowd says, let him know you're there.
He has indeed let him know that he's there. Oh, a chuck here from Foster.
And McNabb. Oh, and he's left it. There are two types, and that's a good one.
Remind us, what are the two types?
Well, Dave, that's a very interesting question. One type is a good leave, and the second type is a bad leave. We all know what a bad leave looks like.
Oh, exciting news. Greenbank on for Oxford. He has appeared in the varsity match a couple of times before.
Yes, I believe too.
Very unfortunate with injuries over his 6 years at Oxford now.
Just a half blue so far, but this is his full blue performance. Excellent news for him. Gilmore, trickery there, trying to show everyone what he can do, but he's hounded by two Oxford players. There. Great work from Greenbank, great work, and he's storming back up the pitch.
Really great to see him getting his full blue today. Excellent resilience. Something to learn from.
It really is.
For all of us there. A real lesson.
Oxford reset at the back with Clawton and Francis. Clawton to Francis. They're more than happy with the ball in between there. Leach, that's a dodgy touch and well picked up by a good Cambridge press. Good tackle there by Francis though, and he's on the ball. Lovely little ball, and yes, Greenbank gets to it. And Oxford have possession coming up to the halfway line.
Ben Hemsley on for Oxford as well now in the centre. That'll be him for his first appearance in the Blues varsity match.
McGowan really will play at his own pace in this game. Good play there from Jackson, down into the Oxford 23. Clawton tackles beautifully, showing his cricketing pedigree.
Got blues in 2 sports, that boy. Very impressive, and his whole family are out to support him here today.
Oxford playing back through the back. This is where they spent most of their time at the moment. Still can't force the ball forwards. Very good basics at the back, moving the ball nicely and crisply.
Dave Clark on up front as well now for Oxford, so that's another first appearance in the Blues varsity match.
Good lead from Copestake, great trap and great ball from Francis. What can he do? Copestake has got 2 men on him. He's the captain, of course.
Commanding the troops as he is used to being in the Army Reserves. A man of many talents. A very, very interesting person.
And many questions. Good leave there from McNabb again. He really knows where his stumps are. Greenbank and McNabb, of course, played together in the occasionals, the Oxford University second team in their earlier years.
I remember playing with Ferg McNabb in the Oxford Blues team in my first year, when he had a few games for the Blues, but I have to say, since moving to Cambridge, he has massively improved as a player.
Really coming to his own. He's a transformed player. Oh, nasty tackle there by Sebastian Shaw on Thomas Clawton.
Coming in from behind with a reverse stick attempt of a challenge.
Yes, not pretty, was
Seen
it?
cards given for that. We'll keep an eye on it.
Bit early in the game. That's a good pick up by Gilmore, and he's done well. He's won a foul.
Play broken down well there by Noah
Gilmore
Francis.
will command a lot of the ball in this game. And he's back on it with that short range pass.
Ball to Cockrell, another former Blues captain. Calm and composed play at the back can be expected from him today. In his 4th or 5th Blues varsity match now, I think. Been here for a while.
I think you could be right there. I remember playing against him. Oh, Leach tries to force that one down, and yes, it's been blown for too high. So Cambridge pick up the ball, looking to drive into the Oxford D. Nothing on. Good. Oxford have set their defence, and that's a great pick by Freddie Foster, who plies his trade on a Saturday for Oxford Hawks Hockey Club in the National League. Sean Gilmore, the captain, picks up the ball for Cambridge. Nothing to go forwards. Yes, once again tidied up by Foster. Looking for some quality to really enter into this game. It's been very cagey so far. What do you think, Jonesy?
I think you're absolutely right. It has been a cagey affair. Both teams seeing good spells of possession. Oh, Kavanagh dipped a shoulder there, just like John Shaw. He's running at speed at Gilmore, but Gilmore tackles. Well won back, though, by Arthur Hughes.
Arthur Hughes really is a revelation.
Ben Hemsley get a few first touches in here. Nice, calm the nerves a bit.
Lovely from Oxford. They're now playing around the back a bit higher up the pitch. Can they get a bit more possession in Cambridge's half? Arthur Hughes twisting left and right. He's got half a clue where he wants to put it. Oh, Keeling shoved off the ball there.
Keeling's not quite managed to get involved in the game yet. Difficult out there at left wing, with Oxford trying to roll the right at every opportunity. Passes it around the back to Clawton. Back to Francis.
Lovely tempo to the Oxford passing around the back here, and Francis
Strides
starts to maraud forward.
Ball in!
Keeling!
Oh! A deflection from the top of the D that hits the roof of the net. Some of us thought that was in, I think. A lot of cheers from the crowd.
Keeling really does sometimes know where the goal is. And Cambridge just play the ball out to try and reset after that almost crushing blow from Keeling. As we have a little break in play, shout out to anyone who is watching online, including Mr. Mark Rutherford, who coach of the twos, who very sadly has been taken ill and can't be here today. Normally assists John Shaw on the bench for both Blues games. All of our best wishes and thoughts are with you.
Echo that, Henry, absolutely. It was brilliant to see him at the 2-3-4 Varsity just a couple of weeks ago. Another shout out to a few international fans of the game. The Oxboroughs watching from Guernsey, I hope they're enjoying it.
Naomi Kelly in Australia, and of course Georgie Meredith in the Alps. Fergus McNabb, cool under pressure as Keeling tries to tackle him. Yes, nice ball down the line. Bit of a bobble. Has Francis had a touch on that?
I don't think so. I think it's an Oxford ball, and the umpire agrees.
Good to see.
We haven't seen an aerial yet from Clawton. He's got a big chuck in the locker.
Francis just ticking there, just ticking along nicely. As that ball goes out of play, Cambridge to set up again. Oxford to try and press them into their right-hand corner as Gilmore, sorry, not Gilmore. As Gilmore picks up the ball.
Oxford girls walking past now, jubilant with their trophy.
Foster picks up the ball. Foster in the midfield, someone's dropped their stick. Lovely ball there to Kavanagh at right back. He's charging forward.
He's got space.
Slows his feet. Lovely hockey there from Kavanagh. Gets the ball back. Is there anyone on for him? Cuts back inside. Oh, that's not a great ball.
Umpire waves play on it.
Gilmore tidies up, and Jackson, yeah, nice little lift there into the space. But great play by Henry Patterson. Oh. Good, passing back to Foster. He's seen a lot of the ball recently in this formation.
Back to Hemsey. Hemsey on the ball, looks forward, can't get it through. Gilmore wins it for Cambridge. Going through Copestake there. And he'd gone. I'm not sure where that was from. He looks for the chuck, but well intercepted from Francis. Francis looks forward, gives the ball out wide to Sam Greenbank.
Greenbank, that's a lovely pass into Copestake. What could happen here?
Space at the top of the D.
Yes, a lovely ball there from Copestake. He's appealing, but it's not hit anything, I'm afraid. No one on the end of that ball from Cambridge. It really has shifted the momentum, don't you think, Jonesy?
Absolutely. It's end to end at the moment. A bit like a basketball game, I think.
Well said.
Foster back in the centre. To McGowan. To Clawton. Big slap forward from McGowan. Can Copestake bring it under control? I think it must have hit their foot.
Just can't bring it under his spell. Gilmore here, the Cambridge captain on it, looking forwards. And that's a lovely ball in to the Cambridge forward line. And they can reset from there. Good touch, but cleaned up there by Clawton. But he's not made a very tidy job of that, and I think it's a long corner.
Nervous touch there from McGowan. Didn't know what to do with it. Fortunate that the bounce didn't land to Cambridge.
Bill Taylor looks back to Gilmore.
Striding forward with the ball now, Gilmore looks to put it into the D. Reminiscent of Will Cairns there.
Fantastic tackle there from Clawton. And Copestake brings the ball up. That's an accidental pass from him. And he picks up the ball again.
Doesn't often pass it, Copestake. I expect to be annoyed with himself that he just did.
That's a very good cross ball from Cambridge. Lovely clean hit.
Looks like Kavanagh's defensive skill is going to be tested here now.
Oh, and that's a bit of a yip.
Oh,
he's got it back off Clawton as he charges into the... No, well cleaned up by McGowan.
nicks it back off Jonathan Park.
Greenbank, far back there, tries to pass to his old teammate McNabb, but he's on a different team this time.
What do you make of the shoes Greenbank's wearing? Horrible lime green.
Yeah,
not sure about them at all.
Not a fan, I'm afraid. In fact, I think his shoelaces might be undone.
That happens to the best of us.
No, my mistake, sorry.
Does he have a backpack on, Henry?
A backpack? No, I don't think so.
My mistake.
Oh, scintillating skills there.
In the top of the D, bobbling around.
Ooh.
McGowan wins it for Oxford.
Well
Keeps
tackled
it.
by McGowan.
Some very, very, very nice skills, though, there from the Cambridge number 52, James Campkin, sorry for the mispronunciation.
Freddie Foster looking forward, nothing on, looks back to Clawton. Clawton not sporting his usual brown shoes.
Oh, the president of Oxford's come on at left back now, Johan Pereira. Good to see him get minutes.
Drag flicks the ball like a train, of course.
He's been working very, very hard at his fitness this year to get into the blue side.
That's a good first touch from him and good ball speed. Back to Patterson, to Clawton. Kavanagh's started to roam up.
Excellent ball there from Clawton. But Cope State can't bring it under control.
He's trapped that too well.
Brilliant vision there from the Oxford centre-back.
Gilmore once again on the ball. Hughes doing his best to keep him under control. Forces Gilmore to pass it off.
Good ball through there. Nice skills there from Cambridge. In the D, it's gone across! Oh! Flashed past the left post. That was very, very close to the opening goal of the game. Number 93 dived down on his nose.
Harry Atkins.
Lucky for Oxford, just missed it.
Needed to use his belt buckle. Oh, good trap there by Clawton using his cricketing hand-eye. I'm told he's a majestic fielder. Copestake again on the ball. He's seen a lot of it in the last few minutes. That's a rare pass from him. Up to McGowan.
Kavanagh's got space to run. Picks up ball, strong side. Back to McGowan. Chip ball back to Kavanagh. Kavanagh's got time on the ball there.
Cuts inside. What's he going to do?
On his reverse, he rolls strong.
Yeah, lovely
out to
play
Keeling.
from McGowan, yeah.
Keeling, ball in!
Ball in! Oh, Copestake just misses
Flashed
it.
across the goal. And a short corner's been given.
Wow,
Ooh.
what an exciting passage of play there. Very well done. Interchange between McGowan and Kavanagh. Really building that, and then a lovely ball through by Josh Keeling.
With the usual flicker off the pitch, Nick Leach, will be interesting to see what Oxford go for.
Johan Pereira's been known to flick a good one before.
Scored quite a few goals in the Saturday League this year. I think the captain, Cope State, backs himself for what can only be described as an odd push-style drag flick. Not conventional.
To say the least. Foster to inject in. Two stoppers. We've got one stopper, Hughes.
Johan and Keeling lining up. I'm not sure about Keeling's pedigree from the...
Keeling not known for his drag flick, but we'll see. Could be a straight strike.
It's going to be Pereira.
Pereira to
down.
Cope State stops. Pereira flicks.
Excellent goal! Pereira!
In off his shoe. Not the most orthodox goal, but that's a fantastic goal for Johan Pereira, and he's been on the pitch for not even 5 minutes and already made an impact. Great work. This is his longest run, running back to his left-back position from the short corner mark.
Brilliant from the Oxford press, and then he's straight off the pitch to rapturous applause from the fans. Francis back on at left-back now.
Job done. France has been known to drag flick as well, but had a nasty hip injury recently.
Pereira, a specialist flicker, reminiscent of Callum Giles.
That's some great work by the Cambridge number, I think, 83, Han-Tien Wang. Really charged through the Oxford defence there and well cleaned up. Kavanagh causes leave it before he passes the ball, and Cambridge did not oblige.
I think he was asking, for the Cambridge player to leave it there.
Good play by Sheila there.
Straight through to the keeper. Can it hit the post? No, it's gone wide.
And Cambridge reset, rocking from that blow. Having had the lion's share of the possession and the territory in the first quarter of this half, Oxford have really come into this game against Cambridge. That's a good ball through. Jackson well controlled.
Driving around, very good skills. Maintains possession despite a challenge from Francis.
Agricultural. Foster dueling here. He's known for a card, Foster.
Jackson in the D, drive strong.
Oh, and he's yipped it.
Excellent block there by McGowan.
Bad miss.
Oh,
He's unlucky there,
That
Jackson.
is a sign of danger to Oxford, though. Thomas Jackson, previously in Oxford Blue, has got that turner pace.
He really does on full flow. Lovely hands, great use of the 3D skills. And Oxford reset back to Kavanagh. Foster in the middle, completely unmarked. Francis doing the right thing at the right time for the good of the team. It's nice to see. Copestake, he's dropped far back from his forward position, but he's beaten Gilmore. He's got 3 around him. Is he going to look for a pass? Yes, he does. Ooh, and Hemsey just can't bring that under.
To Jackson. Oh, missed
trap from Jackson.
Play on waved by the umpire.
Sheila picks up the ball. What's he going to do?
Gives it to Keeling with a ferocious pass.
Well controlled by Keeling, but then he makes a bit of a mess of it.
Hemsey now. Nicked there by Cambridge. Oh, with a backstick, the umpire says.
Sebastian Shaw there trying to steal it, but just unlucky. Gilmore on Kavanagh. Kavanagh doesn't manage to get through the 4 flat sticks there.
Well out from the Cambridge captain there.
Tidied up by Clawton to McGowan, back to Clawton.
Calls have rolled the right from John Shaw. It was only a matter of time until that started happening.
Joining John Shaw on the sideline is Tom Barrett. Dr. Tom Barrett, of course, no longer a student, so can't play in the varsity match, but is still a part of the Saturday team.
Doing a postdoc, is that right?
Yes, he's doing a postdoc, I believe, in lasers.
Something to do with quantum physics.
Yes, quantum computers, I believe.
All very complicated. But I'm sure that level of understanding and knowledge will bring a lot to the coaching team.
Calls of Cambridge, we love you from the sideline, but they're still 1 down, but looking to move forwards as they try and get into the D. Stolid defence by Kavanagh and McGowan. That is delightful.
Hemsey's got room to run. He's got a turn of pace. Gives it to Copestake. Copestake misses out.
Just out of his lanky reach. Good stop there by Keeling. Cambridge reset. Cockrell to Gilmore. Gilmore looks up, back to Cockrell. Cockrell so calm at the back. Yeah, that's a nice ball.
Excellent ball to the Cambridge front line. Going round to the left-hand side of the D. Can he make a chance?
Oh, that's a V-drag.
Very, very good V-drag.
But that's a pick as well. Great pick by Henry Patterson.
Must have learned that V-drag
has
from
the ball.
Taylor.
What's he going to do? Oh, and he's
There's
quite
a turn
quick.
of pace. I do not remember Jacob having that sort of turn of pace. Ball into the D. It's lifted by Cambridge. Will the short be given?
They're appealing for a short, but the umpire waves play on. Jackson picks up the ball very deep in his own half, but plays a good pass.
Counter-attacking hockey from Cambridge. They got space out on the right.
Jonathan Park plays the ball down.
Very long
James
reach.
Campkin.
Into the
That's
D.
a dangerous ball into the D, and
a short is given.
Monty Finn there winning the short corner, and Cambridge with a chance to reply.
What can we expect to see here from the Cambridge short corner?
Well, of course, we know Jackson has a good flick on him.
Of course, McNabb as well.
McNabb, yes.
I've seen a Cockrell straight strike before.
McNabb, of course, a very keen ornithologist. The Oxford team line up in the goal, and the Cambridge surround the D. Looks like, yes, Jackson is looking to flick off the right castle, and McNabb off the left castle of Matty Cockrell.
The goalie Tobias Tressel hasn't been tested yet, will he now? It's to McNabb's castle.
McNabb, oh, a spin,
Gilmore! To Gilmore! Still in there, back post.
Oh, and that's the goal!
Tucked in well by Cambridge there. Excellent ball cross. 1-0 here.
Very well taken from a broken down short corner. Cambridge do very well to turn that into a goal.
Straight off the training ground, I think, that corner.
Turned in by number 13, I believe, Monty Finn, with a tidy finish.
Be interesting to see how the Oxford boys react to this now.
As the rain really starts to fall now, Oxford play a ball down there, just can't be stopped by Arthur Hughes.
Rain's starting to fall a little bit heavier now.
This pitch needs a watering. It always plays well when it's quite moist. Hemsey, speculative ball through. Copestake can't quite get it, but it's a foul. McGowan stands over. He's got Hughes to his left. Keeling moves away. Old Wimbledon
Hughes.
teammate
Reverse
of Hughes.
Over the bar.
And that's a long corner.
McGowan stands over it to Francis. Francis, a chipped ball through, but it's evaded everyone and gone out for a Cambridge 16.
That's a bit like an L1 triangle on FIFA, don't you think, Davey?
Oh, I'm an Xbox man myself.
L1Y then. Oh, that's the schnick off, but Leachy, fortunately, at the back to
tidies up under a lot of pressure from the 93, but coolly lets the ball go out of play for 16.
Really harried there by Harry Atkins. Francis.
Hemsey's getting a lot of game time. Good to see. Leach to Francis. Francis across the back to Clawton.
Ooh, a dangerous ball there.
Stepping through confidently though. Ooh.
Atkins picks up the ball. Looking forwards. Is that high?
It's an arm. It's an arm.
Umpire seen nothing.
Copestake bringing the ball forward now for Oxford. Back to Clawton. Turns back. Safe passes on. Gives it to Kavanagh.
Kavanagh just slowing the ball down a bit. Very out of character, but very nice to see.
I think Oxford will be looking to get Kavanagh into the game a bit more. His pace down the right has proven to be a real weapon for them this year so far.
Oh, Hemsey picks up the ball at centre-back. He looks very comfortable there.
An unorthodox position for Hemsey to find himself in, but he's handled himself well. Oh,
Leachy
a lot of feet there.
Ping-pong with the Cambridge right half, and that's a lovely little aerial.
To absolutely no one, though.
Cambridge forward hasn't quite read it. James Campkin. Well harried there by Greenbank on McNabb. Lovely little Cambridge run here down the right. Plays the ball into the D, and there is a man there, but he can't quite get it. Atkins is really coming into this game.
Getting himself in some dangerous positions. Oxford will have to keep an eye out for him. McGowan with a textbook drag back to Leach. Leach down the line to Dave Clark.
I think that's his first touch. Pitch. What can he do? Lovely little ball there through to Copestake, who can't quite get through Gilmore. Well played by Cambridge there. Looking to charge down this right wing. As they move into the 23. Still with the ball, Cambridge, but now in a bit of a corner.
Stuck in the corner. Will they get it out? Bouncing around, and it's a Cambridge free hit. 7 yards out the D. They've given it back to the number 69 in the middle. The captain today. Ball played through into the D, but it's come straight back out.
Good marking by Hughes.
I think overly aggressive there, perhaps.
Calls of not 5 there from the Oxford bench, but umpire ways play on, and that's another free hit to Cambridge just on the outside of the Oxford D. Playing it back out and round, looking for space. Cockrell on the ball. McNabb to his left, but he plays it forward into the D. That's picked up by Hughes, well marked. And he plays a good ball through to Kavanagh, who loses it to McNabb. McNabb on the ball.
An Oxford free hit for the foot from Kavanagh there, I think. A rare mistrap from Atkins before that. He's been playing very well for Cambridge so far, looks dangerous. Ball across to the right. Good step there from Nick Leach to intercept.
Dave Clark picks up the ball. What can he do? Yeah, that's a lovely ball through to Hemsey, and Dave Clark picks it up again. And another lovely ball.
Beautiful play
from Dave Clark.
McGowan shifting it right.
McGowan just playing at his own speed.
Kavanagh's got room to run.
Kavanagh.
Plays the ball in. No one there for Oxford, unfortunately. Hands go up for a sign of apology.
That's a promising spell of attack from Oxford, but Cambridge have really moved into a period of domination in this game.
Mistrap from Kavanagh allows McNabb to steal the ball. Cambridge free hit for a lifted ball. Cockrell standing over it. Foot from Francis. Cambridge free hit in the middle.
With Bill Taylor standing over it. Bill Taylor through to Jonathan Park, who can't quite bring that under his spell. Well trapped back by Dave Clark.
Out to Kavanagh again on the right.
Kavanagh.
Ball down the line, but
Ooh.
intercepted by Atkins again. He's having a brilliant match for Cambridge.
Sebastian Shaw there wins the free hit off Clawton. Oh no, sorry, it's the first one. Cockrell on the ball. His captain asked for it, but is not giving it. McNabb back on the right back now.
Great step there from Nick Leach. Brings it under control with just his left hand. Unorthodox play. Ball forwards to Sheila. Bounced up. Chested it down there. Not sure you're allowed to do that one in hockey.
Tries to get through McNabb, but he's having none of it. Oxford with the ball.
Kavanagh with room to run.
How
fast is he? Atkins is very fast as well. Ball's gone loose. Kavanagh collects. To Hughes. Back to Kavanagh. Back to Hughes.
Lovely
Nice
bit of
little
interplay
interchange
there. I concur. Davey, the crowd, of course, is very vocal, but do you remember ever hearing them during a varsity match?
I think when you're focused on the game, you don't hear a lot.
Oh, and promising play there. Freddie Foster with a strong drive through two Cambridge sticks. Tries to get the ball into the D through Sheila, but it doesn't quite work out. Oh, a little kick out there from the Cambridge forward.
Pressure might be getting to him a bit there.
Nothing on for Kavanagh. Getting a bit anxious.
Calm passing in between, and the Cambridge player decided to dive on the floor for what appears to be no reason.
He has a ball on now. Plays it through to Keeling, but can't quite bring it under. They're playing a bit of ping pong there. Oh, lovely little turn there by Coach Is that a foot? No, umpire's seen nothing.
Umpire says hand.
The referee, of course, in this game is an umpire, in case you were wondering.
Very astute from you there, Henry. One minute left of the first half. Hasn't it flown by, Henry?
It really has. Really end-to-end hockey with both teams having spells of dominance. Cambridge looking strong at the moment, playing the ball through their two centre-backs, Gilmore and Cockrell.
Which side will be happy to go in at half-time at 1-1?
I think Oxford will be disappointed to have given away that goal after a one-goal lead.
I think you're right. Just over 30 seconds left to play. 16 to Oxford.
Foster leaves it.
Clawton on the ball. To Kavanagh at right back. Back to Francis. To Leach. Slaps it forward, but intercepted again by
Jonathan Park. Good pick up there by Foster. Francis, he really does run this back line. Lovely ball through to Copestake, and he's only got 4 seconds. What's he going to do? I don't think he knows the clock. Passes it to Hughes. And that's time for the first half.
Going into half-time at 1-1. Goals from Oxford for Johan Pereira, and the goal from Cambridge for number 13, Monty Finn. It's an absolute spectacle.
It really is. Both sides have had a crack, and they've both scored one.
They're going inside now to get warm. What do you think will be said in the half-time team talks, Henry?
Being a game of two halves, I think both will be disappointed with some periods in that first half, and they'll both be looking to tighten up. It's been very cagey.
The Oxford boys look happy. So do the Cambridge boys. Johan Pereira confidently strong off the pitch after his goal.
Jackson with a little limp. That's very in character. A very injured man.
Spent 3 years at Oxford injured.
Both teams now have a chance to take in some fluids, have some pearls of wisdom from John Shaw and, of course, Tom Barrett, and reset.
Maybe some half-time oranges if they're lucky. We'll be back after a short interval.
Welcome back here to Southgate for the 119th men's varsity match between Oxford and Cambridge. Currently 1-1, Oxford looking to take the pushback as they set up, both teams set up. Copestake, the captain for Oxford, standing over the ball. In this frigidly cold day, very wet. I know I'd quite like to be playing to keep warm. Oh, good. Enthusiastic. I have to stop commentating on the radio commentators. Good ball there by McNabb, and is he going to get it back? No, he's not. Cambridge get the ball in their own half. That's not a very good aerial there by Fergus McNabb.
Potentially a square aerial. Yeah. Good to see. Good to see. Love a square aerial.
I think he saw a bird over there. Sheila almost slips, but it's tidied up by McGowan. McGowan charges into the 23. That's a good ball through. Foster has it. Oh, that's a lovely bit of skill. And he's won a short corner early on in this second half. Oxford with a chance. Strokes called for by the Oxford crowd, but the umpire's having none of it.
So no Johan. Who have we got on now? Nick Leach. Can he unleash an absolute thunderbolt? Watching him in warm-up, he looked very, very good.
I've always been surprised that Nick Leach can flick the ball quite so hard with such a wiry frame. What do you think?
Such a small man, but one of the hardest flicks I've ever seen.
Francis has also scored clutch drag flicks in this varsity match before, levelling it at 2-2 2 years ago.
Leach has been rubbing the line with his foot there. That must do something. He's a very clever man. Who are you going for here then, Henry? Francis or Leach?
Probably Leach, due to Francis' recent injury woes.
I think you're probably right. Let's have a look. To Leach's castle.
Leach
flick. Oh my word! Nick Leach has absolutely roofed it.
Bang!
Wow, what a goal!
Some of that!
What a goal!
Nick Leach,
that'll be
rocket.
That'll be on the highlights reel for years to come.
Cambridge look like a bunch of disturbed bees charging around, but they've given that ball away to Keeling with a good stop and a pass to Copestake, who just keeps the ball on. Copestake, is there any pass on for him? He's surrounded by 3 Cambridge players.
Done well not to lose it, and it's gone now. Oxford sideline. Wow, Henry, what do you make of that goal from Nick?
Wow, well, the man's got class, hasn't he? He's done a fantastic effort there to put that ball into the roof of the net, travelling fast as well, no dip at all.
Goalkeeper stood no chance. Can't blame him there.
None at all. Foster there did well to win the short corner originally.
Good hands.
Good hands, and yes, an obstruction there. Dave, I know you used to have a few hands like that.
Not in this weather, Henry. Far too cold for my hands to move now.
Fair enough. Foster picks it up again. He's really coming into his own in this game. Lovely ball out to Leach. Leach looking to move the play over to the right-hand side of the pitch. Kavanagh there waiting for it. Is there anyone on for him? Hughes is there. Kavanagh cuts inside, but he's robbed by Jackson. But Kavanagh does well to recover, and McGowan ends up with it.
Really well from Kavanagh there.
McNabb settles on the ball. Plays a ball forwards to no one, but oh, Kavanagh mistracks it, but he's still got it. Leach to Kavanagh, can't quite bring that under. Cambridge with the ball on the Oxford 23, just outside. McNabb standing over it. Cockrell to Gilmore.
Nick Leach's goal there reminded me of a few years ago when he played in the twos varsity match and scored 2 drag flicks, both travelling at some speed.
Scrappy there from Oxford, attempted link up from old Wimbledon teammates, and Gilmore from centre back has really marauded forwards, winning a free hit on the edge of the D. Oxford set up. Gilmore, that's a good ball in. Dressler watches it sail over his bar from a good deflection from Cambridge. Not quite good enough though.
Not had much to do yet, the new Oxford goalkeeper Tobias Dressler.
No, only picking the ball out of his own net really. Oh, mistrap there by Francis, but there's no one around him and he tidies up. He wants the ball back.
Excellent umpiring.
And the Oxford centre-backs are happy to keep this ball in between them. They're really controlling the game. Leach sloppy there, and Jackson with a lovely bit of skill, driving into the D. Nice ball there. Oh, but picked up off again there by Francis. He's read that very well.
Large appeals for a foot there from the Cambridge players, but not given by the umpire. Foster with the ball in his own corner now. Back to Leach. Can Leach get it out? Lovely, sensible passing there to Francis.
Francis just looks so secure on that ball, but Gilmore picks it up, but he's robbed.
Well won by Keeling there. Keeling starting to get into the game now. Good, well won. Oh, the umpire's not giving the foot there.
Francis, not called for danger. The umpires are letting it play. They like a nice flowing game. Kavanagh does well there, but he's robbed again by Harry Atkins. Oh, lovely first touch there by Kavanagh, and Sheiller's charging off. He's got a ball forwards. Great trap, but well cleaned up there by Gilmore, who's charging forwards. Sheiller trying to get on the ball.
The Cambridge captain has been doing really well, you have to say.
He really has.
One, two, and it's a Oxford body on the line there from Cambridge.
Not going in the goal.
Short corner given there, not the stroke.
What are they going to do this time? They didn't go for the straight strike last time. They opted for a spin from McNabb. Jackson's good, very good in the top corners. McNabb's good for a slip.
Who's lining up here? We got McNabb and Jackson. Last time, of course, we saw the spin. Got to go for a straight strike now, surely.
You think, yeah, one of these two looking to put it on goal. Cockrell to stop.
To McNabb.
Straight.
Low and hard in the bottom corner from Ferg
He's
McNabb.
buried that.
It's a game of short corners.
Clinical there by Fergus McNabb. I've not seen him do that before.
Makes you wonder, should Oxford have a man on the right post there? Seems to be a new trend that goalkeepers don't want players on the right-hand post, back themselves to get there. Not in that situation, unfortunately, for Oxford.
McNabb was just too good there for Dressler. That's a great first touch by Leach.
Burst of pace from Leach. Looks up, goes to Keeling. Keeling outstretched, collects it in the corner. First hit off the pitch, unfortunately.
Oh, he's topped that. He's topped that badly.
Oxford subs readying to come on. Looks like Greenbank and Clark out there.
Calming influence of Greenbank, of course. Although he's first blue, he's played in this game a few times, as we mentioned.
An experienced pro. A lovely dive there from TC.
Once again, Clawton, or TC as he's known to his friends, ends up on the floor. You'll see that again, I assure you. Francis on the ball. Elects not to pass it to Clawton. To Leach. Back to Francis. The crowd here getting very raucous. Copestake, he's done a touch all the way back into the Oxford half. Kavanagh leaves it.
Sensible play from Kavanagh there. Clawton to Francis.
Francis, no one's going to tackle him. That's a great ball through from Noah.
Oh, great step there from Cambridge defender.
Oh, and the umpire's blown for a Cambridge ball off
Oxford
Clark.
foot, I think. Yeah, Clark's foot. Cockrell across to Gilmore. Oh, picks up a bubble. Back to Cockrell.
Lovely play from Cockrell. It's
interesting to see the Oxford men are not pressing quite as high or hard as the Oxford women did earlier.
No. Good shadowing there by Kavanagh. Oxford move it right. Lovely little dink there by Kavanagh, and then onwards to McGowan. He's carried on his run. Can McGowan find him? He does not.
Looking calm as ever on the ball there, McGowan. To Clark. Clark, great ball back.
Lovely ball
McGowan
back
running
to
in from the
McGowan.
right into the D now. And that's the short corner one. Excellent play from McGowan.
McGowan, he plays at his own speed at all times. That is fantastic to see.
Another corner, but will it be another goal? It's got to be Leach again, surely, after that one. Emphatic finish.
I would think so.
Sam Greenbank's putting his name into the hat by the looks of things. Will he go for the drag flick? I've heard he's been working on it this year.
Foster to inject again.
Greenbank peeling out left.
Could
An
we see a
unorthodox
routine?
position from a drag flick there.
Could we see a routine here? Copestake lining up with Leach. Hughes with Francis again. Cambridge ready in the goal. They charge out. It's to Copestake. Leach. Oh, easily cleaned off the line. I don't think he got all of his technique behind that.
I think it's a difficult stick stop there from Copestake. Had to move his body and, as a result, bounce the ball perhaps away from where Leach would have liked it there.
Should have a word with Foster there. Clark again, he's got very good hands. Will we see him get to use them here? Standing on the right, he elects to leave the ball to Kavanagh. Interesting decision. Good for McGowan. Picks up the ball in the midfield. Slides it on.
Copestake, round the right again. We've won a few shorts from this position already.
Showing some shoulders. Very calm. Ooh,
playing his own post. Oh! Greenbank diving in, back post. Flashes past though, missed it.
Lovely play there by Copestake. He's even able to direct traffic as he stands on the ball. Lovely ball there by Cambridge.
Straight through into the
picked up by Jonathan Park, who's tried to get through Francis and somehow has.
Across.
He passed it across, and that's
excellent
great play
by Henry
Patterson.
And the umpire's given a 16. Excellent intervention there by Patterson.
Clawson standing over the ball, passes it back to Francis. Oxford has spent a lot of time doing this, playing around the back. That's a nice ball, but there's no one there on the end of it. I must say that there's been a bit more quality in this second half already than there was in the first, despite the bad weather.
It is bitterly cold here now.
Not as bad as Dave. I believe you were playing in that Varsity match that hailed.
Ah, yes. Looked like snow. It was horrible. And that's global warming for you, isn't it?
It sure is.
It's worrying times ahead. But let's focus on the hockey for now.
Hemsey trying to get that ball off the Cambridge player, and they've succeeded. That's a great press from Oxford. Now they need to move it, to switch it. Hughes plays it, tries to force it back inside, and Gilmore's got it.
Gilmore's been quiet so far this game.
He has, and he's just run off the side of the pitch there. Kavanagh plays it forwards quickly. Hemsey turns without moving the ball. Great ball to Copestake. What can he do?
A great tackle by Atkins. He has had a fantastic game.
He really has. He's everywhere. Oh, that's hit his foot, I think.
It's an Oxford ball. McGowan goes left. Can he get into the D? He's in the D.
He's in the D.
Can he get a short?
Oh!
Passes it off the pitch. Very close to a short there, though.
I agree, yeah, very unfortunate. Lovely tracking back by Cambridge, though, to get all their men behind the ball and in front of the goal. That's a great pick-up, but he's not carried. The right back, Han Tien Wang, is not carried on his run. Greenbank on the ball, passes it back to Francis.
Excellent at passing it back with Sam Greenbank. Out to Kavanagh at right back.
Kavanagh's playing a lot better in this second half. He's looking good.
To Francis. To Henry.
He's trying to press.
Ball forward, came off the foot though, so we'll take that.
Off Sebastian Shaw's foot, pressing hard there, putting Patterson under pressure in his first varsity.
Patterson calling it from the ball boy here, but the ball boy refuses to give the ball. There we go. There was a mess up, there was a confusion there with the ball down the other end. To Clawton. Opens it up. Clawton slides the ball through.
Fantastic
to
ball.
Keeling. Good
Great
trap there on the
Keeling.
reverse.
Francis still ticking. He's looking forwards. He's always looking forwards.
Talking of Francis whilst he's on the ball, quick shout out to his grandparents watching in the, where was it, the Caribbean?
Yeah, I believe the Bahamas.
The Bahamas, oh, beautiful. I'm sure the weather's nicer there than it is here.
I really hope it is. Kavanagh trying to force his way through. To no avail.
Not seen any of Johan Pereira this half for Oxford.
No, I believe he's unshirting now.
Ah, great timing. TJ Jackson back on the pitch for Cambridge. Caused Oxford a number of problems. Cope State.
Cambridge caught in possession there in their own 23. Cope State tries to play a ball through, but the whistle's already gone, so they reset with McGowan on the edge of the D. What's he going to do? He's got Gilmore on him, and it's a good tackle by Gilmore. Umpire waves play on.
Suggestions of a dive there from McGowan. Don't want to see it.
He's been known to do it.
No place for that in hockey.
Lovely ball there by Clawton. As the lights come on and come into effect. Ooh,
a crunching challenge there from Wang on Keeling.
Although Keeling has the ball. Oh no, it's a foot. The umpire's given it against. That's a great tackle by Wang. Ooh.
Keeling needs to get 5.
He's lucky he's not been done for knocking the ball away there. Great tackle there
McGowan
by Cope State on
wins
Hetman.
It. It's lifted. It's surely lifted. The umpire agrees.
It was. Great trap there again by Harry Atkins, but this time Francis gets the better of him. Hemsey looks back to Pereira. Pereira, good ball through to Clark. What can Clark do here? He's not got much support. That's a good ball, very good ball through to Cope State, and he's managed to find a foot, and he's still going.
That's better from Cope State.
Oh, that's not a great pass, though.
Spoke too soon, spoke too soon. Apologies, that was my fault. Sorry, Alex Cope State.
Just past the 20-minute left mark. Great trap there by number 13 for Cambridge. Monty Finn, the goal scorer.
Hemsey collects for Oxford. Clark's ahead of him. Doesn't opt for that.
In acres.
Greenbank out on the left is an option. Gives it back to Francis, sensible. TC looking for a big pass there.
Can't get through Harry Atkins though, so looks back to Francis. He's running forwards. Passes the ball back to Patterson. He looks back again. Francis stays where he is. Patterson moves back into the centre defence with Hemsey.
The halfway point now of the second half. The score is tied at 2-2.
Great ball there.
Great ball out. Can Dave
Clark
pick up?
Ooh, he's very unfortunate there. He often traps those. Clever aerial there into the midfield for Cambridge. Clawton tries to get a tackle in there. Keeling on
having a nibble at it.
Gilmore, but Gilmore's done very well there. He shouldn't be given this much space. He can be dangerous here. Back to Cockerell.
I remember in my first year, Henry, chasing Kieran in the dying seconds of the game for what felt like 100 metres. He's very fast and dribbles very strong with it.
Not pleasant.
You don't want to be giving that player space. He's a formidable talent.
Cambridge really moving the ball around nicely here. Back to Atkins. Atkins passes the ball on. Cambridge have a lot of...
James Campkin's making a run into the delay, but it's an Oxford ball.
Cambridge beginning to get some possession back in the Oxford half.
Clawton standing over the ball. Gives it to Francis. Francis looks up. Gives it simply to Patterson on the left back.
Interesting fact about Francis, he has a very similar lid to the coach, John Shaw. Often it's hard to tell them apart.
Said to be his hockey hero.
Indeed.
His sporting icon. I'm told by Noah's parents that he has many posters of John Shaw on his bedroom wall at home.
Don't we all? Bit of scrappy play there down the Oxford left, but now they have it in the right with Pereira.
Excellent bit of skill from
he
Pereira.
Absolutely rinsed
And a
TJ
massive
Jackson.
turn of pace. Pereira's still on it. Gives it all the way back to Clawton. What's Clawton got?
Yes, he's got that
Across
lovely
the
slide slap.
Ball through. Brilliantly intercepted there by the older Gilmore brother, Kieran. Drives down the line.
Oh, he's done well
Jakob's
there.
had many a nibble at him there, but Kieran's kept it. Aerial. Thrown up.
Well umpired there. Not 5.
Campkin and Patterson both vying for the ball there. But
Foster
too
claims
close to each
possession.
other.
Great
Another
ball
brilliant
there.
pick-up from Keeling. Great ball there. Greenbank driving down the left. Turns strong. Looks up. Can he find an Oxford pass? Goes all the way back from left forward to centre-back. Safe
Good retention from Greenbank there. That's what he's in
Patterson.
the side for.
To Francis.
Oxford really upping the tempo of their passing around the back there, looking for some holes. Forwards all grouped together in the middle, trying to really stretch Cambridge with some penetrating runs. Metronomic Noah Francis really marshalling that back line. Patterson looks forwards.
Ball
Great
forward.
ball to Sheila.
Sheila on his left again. Drives into the deep. Excellent tackle by Cockerell. Be a long corner for Oxford. Hemsey stands over the ball. Looks right. Gives it to Francis. What can Francis see when he looks up? You can see Johan Pereira out at right back. Was hoping for another bit of excellent skill from Pereira, but gives it sensibly.
Great pick by Pereira there with
What
one
can he
hand.
do? Back to Clawton. Clawton across to Francis.
And the rain is really coming down now. Oxford with possession in their top right.
Well, one back to
Side of
by
the pitch.
Gilmore again, though. He's really growing into this match now. Seems to be everywhere. Left back, left forward, right forward, centre mid. Run out of positions, I know there.
Not in goal though.
Not in goal. Not seen him pop up in goal yet. The game's still young, though. Still
It
14
is.
minutes for him to arrive in goal.
Who knows? He might become kicking back. That's not a great touch, and Dave Clark picks up.
Clark on the ball.
He's done well. Clark
Hassled well by 28.
used the ball well. Foster on the ball. What can he find? Yes, a lovely ball out to McGowan, who's in acres of space. What can he do with that?
McGowan goes round, driving strong on the right.
Shows
Right
a
in the
rare-
corner there. Not a lot of room for him. Squeezed out for a long corner to Oxford.
Shows a rare burst of speed from McGowan there. He's coming off a nasty knee injury. And Keeling's dropped his stick.
Nasty knee injury, and it looks as if a nasty bit of hair loss as well.
Oh, yes.
Unfortunately there for McGowan.
Oh, Foster with the ball in the D. What can he do?
Reverse!
That's a nice shot. And-
Oh, back stick given apparently.
Poor technique.
Characteristic of a back stick is where it bobbles up. I think
sure.
that's what the umpire's seen there, made an excellent call.
Yeah, excellent umpiring there. I'm sure he'll hear about that later.
Not always given that one. Ball through to Campkin. Campkin using his very, very, very long limbs to guide the ball through. Running into the Oxford 25 now.
This is Finn.
The goal scorer on it.
Cambridge have had some lovely, nice, tight work in the.
Gone for some
Oxford
3D skill, but
right
Foster
23.
cannot be sold by that. Keeling on the ball for Oxford. Gives it across
To
to
Clark.
Clark.
Good play by Keeling. Clark with the ball. What's he going to do? Oh, he's a nasty,
Excellent step.
bad second touch there by Clark, but he's working back well. McGowan just misses the ball. That's a great trap by the Oxford number 52.
But Campkin's back on it. He's reached it with his long limbs.
Oh, and as always, the last line of defence is Thomas Clawton.
They think they've scored, but they haven't, because in
Oh.
fact the umpire blew the whistle 30 seconds ago.
That's a warning sign for Oxford with just 12 minutes left to go.
The tension's really building here now. Any predictions, Henry?
Hard to say, really. I mean, it's been a game of two halves, really, and either side could win it.
It always is, it always is. Two halves, a first and a second.
Here in the second half.
To clarify,
Great ball there
not the
from
first
Patterson.
half.
Over to Copestake, just on.
Leach is running, bursting
He's
through.
romping.
He's found him. Leach round the back. A lovely ball in. It's
Oh,
got
what's he
past
seen over there?
everyone. The vision there, wow.
Very good.
Leave Leach back on, it must mean Pereira's gone off.
Sometimes I think Nick Leach is living on another planet. He sees things I don't.
He does do physics. He knows a lot of planets, I'm sure. He might be
Yes.
from one of them.
Lovely ball there by Foster to Copestake. Copestake looking to do something in this left-hand corner. Oh, but he's just robbed.
By a fellow with a hairband.
A bold call to wear a hairband in a varsity match, but if you can shut out the crowd, then I'm sure it's fine. Keeling,
Ball
a good
across,
touch
top
into
of the
the D.
Excellent tackle, but Bonk picked it up again. Atkins finds the ball.
He really has been good, Atkins. And McNabb, yeah, lovely little slide ball there.
Haven't said McNabb's name in a long time.
No, he's had no impact for a little while, actually. Hughes back on. That's an Oxford empty their bench back onto the pitch.
But still only have 11 players on.
Good pick up by Pereira. Very tidy work by him. Hughes, lovely ball to McGowan.
McGowan's got space. Looks left, finds Keeling.
Keeling looks like he's blowing a bit.
He does.
Foster, very good.
Turns strong. Not anything there for him, so he goes back to Patterson. Patterson across to Clawton. Anything there for Clawton. Finds an excellent ball. Now Kavanagh can really use his pace. Burst of pace forwards. Finds Keeling.
Lovely ball by
Keeling
Kavanagh.
towards the top of the deep ball.
Oh! And the Oxford players get in the way of each other.
Copestake's taken the ball away from Jacob Sheila in front of goal there. A horrible breakdown in communication there for what would certainly have been an Oxford third goal. Finds Gilmore.
I bet he'll hear about that in the bar later. That's not a nice piece of interplay by the Oxford forwards, but Gilmore is now standing over the ball.
Oh, a beautiful bit of skill there from Gilmore. Lifts it over Hughes' stick.
Nutmegs him as well for the good of it.
But can't go through Thomas Clawton. Brick wall.
Yipped aerial by Thomas Clawton though.
Good to see. Leachy on the ball.
Oh.
Intercepted very, very well by Park.
Yeah. This is Bill Taylor standing over the ball. Good ball there. Over to Finn.
In on the reverse.
Oh,
he's come off Atkins' head.
Well done by Tobias Dresler, the Oxford mesh tender.
Tended his mesh very nicely.
Clawton.
Under 10 minutes left now.
Kavanagh.
Kavanagh goes!
Lovely
extending his stride length.
He really does make hockey
galloping
look
forward
easy.
like a gazelle on the plains of Africa.
Lovely touch by Copestake. He just can't quite find Sheila, but great vision. With just under 10 minutes to go, both teams have a chance of winning this.
Thomas Jackson, the Cambridge player, has been off the pitch for a very long time now. I wonder if there's an injury concern with him.
Well, there always is if Thomas Jackson's playing a hockey match.
Do we have a man on the touchline today, Henry, do we?
Not that I know of.
No, so no injury update on Thomas Jackson. Ball's across!
Oh no!
Oh!
That's a bad miss. That is a bad miss by Gilmore. He'll be kicking himself for that.
Very unfortunate. Manages to get a touch on it, but the deflection goes wide.
Lovely play by Cambridge, though.
Dressler not called into action there. Leach has taken himself off the baseline. Looks like a hamstring injury for Leach. I think that might be the end of his day. It's unfortunate. No. Oxford have lost the short corner weapon there. But they still have at least 3 drag flickers on the pitch, so we should be all right.
Oh, loose ball there. But Clawton does very well.
He really can slap it, Clawton. He hits it very hard. Ball through. Excellent strength there from Noah Francis. A good battle between Francis and Park today.
Very good, yes. Oh, McNabb. He's not hooked that one.
Excellent interception there by Patterson under a lot of pressure from Atkins.
Good umpiring as well, not 5. Kavanagh stops the ball and starts charging forward. He's trying to up the tempo of this game.
Zoom. Gives it forward to
Sheila in the corner.
What can he do? Excellent tackle there by McNabb for Cambridge.
Yes, McNabb and a bit of skill.
Comes out with it as well and rewarded by the umpire for his work there.
And a slide slap. It looks like he's chuntering away to himself there, McNabb. Oh, and a slide pass down there by McNabb. He dummied the aerial. That's a
brilliant bit of skill from
Campkin.
It's not Campkin. I've got the wrong
as always, Clawton there to tidy up.
7 minutes left, Henry. Do you think any team will start to be thinking about a kicking back? Or is it too close?
I think at 2-2, each team will be happy to keep their keepers on and try and play for the win, but without risking conceding a goal.
Excellent bit of insight there. Thank you very much, Henry. Dave Clark, excellent pickup.
What a lovely
bit of 3D skill. What can he do with it here? Turns, gives it to Keeling in the corner. Oxford has seen a lot of the ball in that corner.
It's a long corner. Edward Tyler there, cleaning up for Cambridge. 2 balls on the pitch, can't do that.
Difficult to play with two. Don't know which one you're using.
Kavanagh has to look back, there's no one on forwards, he looks upset about it.
Patterson picks it up, looks forward, can't see anything. Back to Clawton at right back.
Lovely ball, Cambridge are sitting very deep.
It looks
now.
as if Oxford have gone
pressing
to 3
with
at
2,
the back.
with Oxford at 3 at the back, yes.
Are we at 3-2-3-2?
Jackson's doing shuttles, he's back on. Yes, they've gone to a 3-2-3-2 by the looks of things. Really pushing forwards.
We've rolled the right, Kavanagh, gone through, opening up.
Kavanagh's got 2
ball across into the D.
That's a textbook Kavanagh bobbled hit there.
Gone loose but well collected by the Cambridge number 57.
Clark's dropped the stick again, but he picks it up and he's tracking back.
That's the problem with the rain, depending on the grip you've got. Some of them just get quite slippery. Need a chamois on there. Need a chamois, we're all agreed. Keeling picks it up nonchalantly on his reverse.
Oh, good.
Can't find Copestake though. Excellent defence there.
Great work by Gilmore.
He's had a very good game.
He has, yeah, both of the Gilmores have.
Solid at the back.
They're a talented family.
His parents must be very proud. Clawton gives it to Kavanagh at right back. Back to a 4 now, I think, at the back.
Lovely ball there by Kavanagh.
Hemsey on the ball. What can he see? Slaps through. Clark picks up. Spins again, Clark.
No way through McNabb, but there's a foul. He's not happy with it.
If it was indoor, I think that would have been called for drilling. But of course, we are very much outdoors.
I wish we weren't.
It would be nice if this was indoors right now. It is absolutely freezing.
Hemsey to Hughes. Hughes has been quiet actually for such a talented player.
The headband is holding his hair at bay though. Has to be said, it's doing a job.
Clawson, a bit of skill there, that's rare. Umpires are starting to blow heavily.
Ball on. Remember, we're playing multi-ball today. Francis on the ball.
Oh, he's yipped that a bit, but it's fine. It's made it to Patterson, and they can reset. Patterson, that's a heavy touch. That's a good second touch.
Running through, gets it across. Copestake, top D, goes for the forehand hit. Umpire waits play on. Well blocked out there by Cambridge.
Made something for nothing there. Kavanagh's charging back. It's great work rate.
Gilmore forced to turn back. What's he got? Got some skills.
Hughes has played in very well there. And
now
what's he
is
seen
not
over
the
there?
time for that. A backhand or backwards pass, reverse pass, would you call that? A bit like what Danny Welbeck goes for in football. Not sure about it. Oxford picks it up easily. Keeling on the ball now, just outside the D. Tries to drive in. Cockrell. Very strong there. Out for a corner.
Great tackle by Cockrell. He's just watched Keeling there try and move into the
down
D. Not quite
under
made
4 minutes now.
Great tackle by Gilmore. Gilmore with the ball. Ooh, that's not a very nice tackle by Hemsey.
Is this game going straight to shuffles if it's a draw at full time, Henry?
I believe it is. Oh, and Jackson's there. He's in. What's he going to do? Jackson is a known Varsity scorer.
Thomas Clawton
got to get through the wall.
Holds him there. Watch the feet. Watch the feet.
Oh. Yes, and if in doubt, they just clear it, but straight to McNabb.
Puts it through. Oh. Excellent interception there by Hemsey. That's where he really earns his money.
Oxford need to be careful with just 3 minutes to go, but Cambridge are doing very well to press forward.
McNabb played in.
Has that
well blocked by Tom Clawton.
This is very reminiscent of the Varsity match from 2 years ago. Dave's last match. What do you remember of that, Dave?
I remember about now, the tension was almost unbearable. The boys down there on the pitch now will be nervous. They will be excited.
I remember being sat on the bench for that match. Very, very nervous at this stage in the game.
Adrenaline coursing through the veins. Increased heart rate, increased breathing rate. What can the boys do?
Cambridge have started upping their passing rate and they're looking good.
In control at the moment. The goal scorer rolls right. Plays the ball through. Oh my word!
And what a goal by Thomas Jackson! What a touch!
An excellent goal by Cambridge.
With just 2.5 minutes to go, Cambridge have taken the lead.
Calling for the kicking back. Oxford have got to throw the kitchen sink at Cambridge here now in the last 2.5 minutes.
Dressler's charging off.
Cambridge have scored those goals again and again and again. Brilliant deflections. In fact, in the alumni game this morning, there was a goal very similar to that. Pereira comes on.
That's a fantastic goal by TJ Thomas Jackson. Stonewall
Jackson, as he was known in his Oxford days.
A beautiful touch into the bottom corner of the goal. There was nothing that Dressler could do about that.
Cope State goes long with an aerial from pushback.
But McNabb brings it down nicely to Gilmore.
Piling the pressure on.
Really, they've gone full
That's
press.
a foot, umpire.
Oh.
He's missed it, he's missed it.
And Finn has done very well there. Great
Excellent
tackle by
diving
Clawson.
tackle by
He's back
Clawson.
up. How's he done that?
Excellent play by Clawson, must be applauded.
Good work
Putting
by
his body
McGowan.
on the line as ever.
Hughes looking forward, doesn't want to force it. Francis doesn't want to force it either. Kavanagh's charging forwards.
Got to stick to their game plan though, they've got time. Gives it to Francis. Looks like Sam Greenback's looking to come on up front.
Hughes forces the ball in, but that's well played.
Still got it, ball in!
Oh, well cleaned up there.
Brilliantly defended by the Cambridge centre-back.
Sean Gilmore, but he gives it away to Francis.
Ball
That's
in!
a nasty ball.
Oh, and it's a goal!
No, the umpire says
And the
it's
umpire's
a
ruled
long corner. Umpire being asked to have a word.
Umpire very, very certain, but he pauses to speak to his colleague.
Time off.
What do you think there? Didn't look anything wrong with that to me.
I thought that might be a goal, but we'll see what happens. This is drama like you don't see in any other sport.
It'll be interesting to see that on the replay later.
What are the two umpires saying? Long corner. It is a long corner. Oxford are distraught, but they've still got a chance. Time is, of course, off.
Unsure why that was a corner. Looked like a good goal to me.
Well, you know, biased views, biased opinions. Francis picks up the ball.
Still
Looking
time
to
for a
Kavanagh.
chance.
Kavanagh's ticking.
To Francis. To Clawson. Clawson the kicking back and he's sporting a pink bib.
They're playing
to
this
Pereira.
kicking back very well, pushing both halfbacks
Building patiently.
very deep.
Clawson puts it in.
Ooh.
Well defended, and now there's numbers. Oxford have got to work hard.
Sheila working hard very well there.
Campton on his
got to be
own.
aware on his left.
Pereira's got to work hard to get
Gilmore's
back to
done
Campton
well there. He's got
Looking
50 seconds. He's just going to
looking
keep
to go
it
to
in
the
the
corner.
corner. Gilmore's done very well there. He's run about 50 yards and he's still going.
Skill. Oh my word! Oh my word! What a tackle from Clawson!
Clawson.
An excellent bit of skill from Gilmore there.
Well, I must say, having not done much in the beginning of this second half, Gilmore truly has been mesmerising.
He's really turned it on, hasn't he, Emery? Just in time. 20 seconds left.
Lovely little touch in there by Finn.
Oxford have got to go forward now quickly.
Pereira's got a big aerial.
Chucks
and
it
he
long.
does chuck it. That's gone
very long, very long.
Oh.
And it looks... They think it's all over.
And it's all over here. That is Varsity defeat for Oxford, but congratulations to Cambridge with a late winner from TJ Jackson to make it 3-2 to Cambridge, breaking the Oxford 2-year winning spell.
Again, an excellent performance from both sides there. Hockey was the real winner.
They really left everything on the pitch. Oxford must be proud of themselves. They've played very well and they were unlucky not to take that through to shuffles.
Just as the Cambridge girls were earlier, the Oxford boys are looking distraught.
Two very tight games today here at Southgate Hockey Centre. We've been very fortunate to watch some fantastic hockey, some real quality in that match.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you to Galvanised Hockey for having us and filming this this match.
Thank you to the JMAN group for sponsoring it, and of course, thank you to all of the supporters and the hockey players out there today in what has been some difficult conditions.
Hockey was the winner.
Absolutely. My thoughts exactly. We'll end it with that.
Thanks to Dave Jones and myself, Henry Taylor.
Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Come off the stairs and out, please. Are they here? Okay. So we're going to call up the 4 umpires together from the women's game and the men's game. So Kings, put your hands together. 4. Conrad Mark, Jared Cooper, Isaac Charles and Harry Collinson. Please come up and look for the tankers. And guys, can you please not come up the stairs holding the presentation? Varsity jersey is